Hey all, just a little quick pop at the scrapper and showing you the builds I've been running and talking about them because, I don't know, I've run so many different things. I'm not 100% sure what I would run in the launch, and also things might get changed, hammer for example being something. First of all, I want to talk about the hammer and talk about everyone always saying how hammer has not got that much damage. The hammer is not supposed to do that much damage, in my opinion. It is a flippin'... It's got thunderclaps, it's got lightning combo field, it's got a vulnerability stacking ability which puts 10 stacks and a block which is together. You've got a leap which, if you combo up nicely with your fields, can give you a lot of healing, as well as an evade as well, and actually does like not bad damage. And then you've got this spin here which actually reflects with projectiles and get like 4k plus damage. And then you've got the first ability. Okay, the first two aren't amazing, but on the third hit you put vulnerability and might. If you stack it with the expert examination and you stun or daze, you can get a lot of vulnerability. I've got up to 25 stacks pretty damn easily, and you've got a lot of application of vulnerability. So, you know, I'm not this argument about hammer not being that good. Maybe the damage can be increased a tiny bit, but the weapon isn't for that. It's for control and for, you know, evading and for blocking, you know. So I feel like it's not actually that bad as many people keep saying. That's just my personal opinion, but quite a few people not really getting to grips with all the grasp of the hammer, in all honesty. I've got grenades, you know, they do a ton of damage as well. I've got, you know, grenade barrage. I can get even more vulnerability from the stacks of grenades. So, you know, your damage builds up over time, plus I can pull out, you know, my Elixir X if I need it. I'm not sure I'd use it in Celestial, but hey ho. So this build that I've been running through now, I mean, you can see, you know, I've gone into tools really mainly for this streamlined kit, as well as also kinetic battery, because I think TOS Elixir X is still something which, as an engineer in PvP, is just ridiculously strong. So I want to keep hold of this. And also, if I've only used that and I evade attack through kinetic battery, I can get a double mower, and that happens a lot, and it's going to happen more with this third skill on the hammer. So in PvP, really, like TOS Elixir X, especially with this rocket charge as well, evading the attacks, is really nice actually. So yeah, I mean, you can see my vigor regen there as well is good, so, you know, I'm going to be able to evade more attacks through tools, and I just really like it. Also, I've, you know, my power wrench, my toolkit is actually being empowered as well, so there you go, it gets swiftness, and I still get super speed. I'll go through the rest of the build now. Pretty much explosives. When you go into explosives, Grenadier and aim-assisted rocket are pretty much standard. The reason I've gone for thermobaric detonation, however, is because of the dodge roll. Obviously, you get a blast finisher, which isn't only good for healing, it's good for your lightning thunderclap, of course, as well. So I'll show you. You put that down, get into combat, do a dodge roll. You get super speed and it gets swiftness as well. So I get that sustained healing and still get my swiftness as well from that. I can really tank this up, you know, switch into kits. I've got 30 seconds of swiftness, and I can reapply that easily because I can just get my kit back up. So I've got permanent healing regeneration of a minimum of 105, which is pretty sick, of course, an interval of 1 second. Then, when I use the combo leap finisher, you know, obviously, like I said, a blast finisher through that field, I get the super speed, so it's even the better heal as well. So I get both of those through that blast or through the evade. So whenever I've got that field up, that is great. That would be the argument that then maybe, just maybe, I could use a gyro. But which gyro would I use? I would probably, in all honesty, use either the bulwark or the blast gyro. I haven't really tried the purge gyro that much. The shredder gyro doesn't really feel like it's that useful at the moment with the combo field finishes that I have with the whirls, and the stealth one competitively isn't going to be a thing. The gyro, you can see it. I mean, it could be used as a distraction tactic. Also, it's a little bit bugged in this beta. It's a beta, so, you know, that's a thing. So it's going to be changed, obviously, but it kept wandering off and attacking stuff randomly. But they're aware of these things, hopefully, and I have like put it on the forums. You know, if stuff didn't work, then you should have been giving feedback, which was pretty obvious. But yeah, I just want to run through some things. Sometimes the function gyro wasn't working, but it's not just good. I was watching a stream today, actually, Mighty Teapots one, where they talk. There's quite a few guys in there, and there's a podcast. And Boots made a good point that, you know, you've got 2 stomps, and if you actually use the stability with that, then you've got like 4 stacks between you and a gyro, where you can possibly get, you know, the down. If in pressure situations, maybe that's pretty good. In this build that I'm running at the moment, this is also bugged. Apparently, this protection is for 10 seconds rather than 5, which, you know, would be really, really great, especially if you're not taking a protection injection as well. But, you know, there's really a lot of possibilities. This build is really just something I've been playing around with. It's mainly because, you know, it's the beta as well, and coming up against some pretty random builds, like some high condition builds, some high power builds, and I actually normally change this up depending on what I'm going against, which would be pretty sick actually in PvP if you actually did that. So yeah, like I said, you know, powerful healing through that trait. Also, you know, shocking speed giving you more healing through super speed. The reason I've gone for slick shoes is I get super speed. The reason I've got toolkit as well is that I also get super speed and I get swiftness. So I'm getting super speed everywhere. I don't need to have just this lightning field, which is going to give me that. Now, other traits that I have been trying is this expert examination. Now, this is pretty damn good, especially with this grenade kit as well. So I'll just show you. Hopefully, see, when you get stun or a daze, it applies vulnerability and weakness as well. I know I'm going to use it on a medium target dummy, but hey ho. Oh no, someone's going to come along and attack it, aren't they? Of course they are. But we'll just show you anyway. With no effort really at all. There's 25 stacks. I could definitely stack it better than that. But that just shows you how possibly powerful the hammer really is in combination with that trait as well. I'm running quite a nice, really bruisery build where I'm quite tanky and my damage just gets increased just through that trait. So that trait is actually quite nice. But then, you know, there's other good things here as well. Mass momentum you could grab if you wanted to go for, say, a more tanky build with flamethrower, for example. So you get that stacking might, stacking stability, and also, you know, the stability which comes from your gyro as well. You know, it's a possibility, something else you can think about. Adaptive armor is really nice. So you gain stacking toughness when struck, and you reduce incoming condition damage. That's 20% condition damage. And engineers, obviously, we have an issue where we have problems with condition removal, which is normally why I go for alchemy line, of course, which you can use to take away those conditions, of course, by using your elixirs or by throwing them on yourself and whatnot, if that's affecting you, of course. But yeah, so that's a pretty good trait as well. Gyros grant super speed and create a lightning field. When I've been using and testing a gyro, say for example the blast tag gyro, you know, I've been using that one because it's going to kill, it's going to destroy, whether or not it runs out or dies, you know, it's still... I'll show you though. There you go. So you get your lightning field. You get super speed as well, but it doesn't stack if you charge through it, so make sure that you go back through that. So yeah, you know, that's another good thing. If you're going to use a gyro, that feels like you're empowering your gyros quite a lot. You should empower them quite a lot as well, you know, using that shocking speed and also that rapid regeneration is a nice combination with that. And you could even use another one as well, like the bulwark one, to reduce damage, which isn't too bad, but I'd only use one if you're going to use one, like in proper games when the game launches, unless they do get changed, because gyros in PvP unfortunately aren't very strong. Probably some of the most lackluster of the utilities at the moment, but this is beta and if things can change. And also, you know, I do get super speed from that, which is the other reason why I used this blast gyro, because of that super speed as well. So, you know, you can empower your gyros as well. So there is different options, you know. I'm not going to bash everything because I've actually had a lot of fun with some of the gyros and it's been quite good at beating like some quite strong classes in places as well. Really, that's all I'm going to talk about in terms of this build in particular. But as per usual, you know, I mean, power wrench is pretty good. Like I explained, the kinetic battery, so I can get some of my tool belt skills on the evade. You know, I've got super speed, I've got mower, I've got the grenade barrage, and also, you know, regenerating mist as well. So it's very, very strong. in terms of that. There are so many possibilities which could be viable as well, really, to be honest, in this build. I mean, I've got another build which I'll show you. I'll go through that one in a minute as well. But otherwise, I've had a ton of fun with Scrapper so far. And you should definitely just keep trying stuff. This is just something which I popped up. You know, I tried bombs a little bit as well. Tons of combo damage. I mean, when I've got my hammer, I'm in quite close range, and I can get to, you know, I can gap close quite well with the hammer as well. A combination of thunderclap with bombs is pretty nice. You can put so much cleave on corpses. This is what I love, thunderclap as well, because of this, you know, this massive AoE stun area that you can put down, you know. Static field, love static field. It's pretty nice. And also, you know, mortar kit is another possibility in a really tanky build as well, because you get, you know, extra vulnerability, which they changed as well. You know, steel pack powder affects your mortar kits as well now. So there's been some changes which are considerable. But yeah, otherwise, guys, I've been Jebro. There will be another video very shortly next to this one, which I'm just going to edit in, so it's all going to be one video, but this is one part of the build. I just quickly to talk about it and to see what you came up with as well, so make sure you check out the rest of this video for a little bit more information. So we're going to have a look at me here to see how well I'm doing in PvP in this build, and this more celestial oriented one. Of course, I was in Tornado here to make sure I could just cleave up and keep them away from that downed corpse, hoping that someone in the end would actually go for the kill. Now, I tried to stop these guys with thunderclap on the stairs, try and lock them down. Someone else that actually came along to help me drop a ton of damage down as well. Tried to drop a grenade barrage as well, so just put some extra damage down. So here I'm going up against the Ellie. I remember this, I think I dodged successfully, or he kind of made a bit of a mistake as I came in, or he attempted to anyway. He was in fire, he could have like updrafted me or something, and then, you know, went into his usual combination, but we see thunderclap going down again just to try and stop his burst from coming in. But I did get a little bit of support here. Unfortunately, my friend goes down rather quickly, the revenant who came in to save, which was unfortunate, but not I really should have gone for the res as soon as I put the mower down there, actually, to be honest. Here you can see the sustain, which is just absolutely crazy. Wasn't able to get down any CC, unfortunately, while trying to get the res. Should have used my gyro there to try and get the res as well while I was, but I wasn't that quick with that. Here I'm just trying to survive 1v2 while my compadre gets resed, so I'm trying to hold them on the point while that happens, so that we're not really at a massive disadvantage while he's dead. We are ahead at this point in time. I didn't start at the beginning of the game because it was very slow going, wasn't that interesting. So I'm going to be doing these videos where I kind of look over my own gameplay to help myself improve, because I really have. I'm fairly average. I'm okay in an engineer, but I want to try and improve myself as well. And just doing this every so often might be very useful, especially just with Scrapper because it's new. You know, try to get the stun down on him. I've got good minus condition duration and whatnot as well in this build, going through that Scrapper trait, the Grandmaster trait which you saw before, so that's very useful. But I'm not going to be able to kill him in the end. He's got too much sustain. I've not got enough damage to really bring him down. So I realised that, and holding him there, not too bad. At least I'm holding a Dagger Elementalist in the end. But really, I just thought, I've got to bail here. This is the only chance I have of potentially getting back into the game. So I go over towards midpoint, picking up the Ranger, I think, here. And possibly the... Yeah, just trying to finish him off, really. Trying to lock him down with that thunderclap as well. Does a nice dodge, gets out of there in the end, but we do take him out. Spend a little bit too much time there. Do get feared off there by the dog as well from the Ranger. But just want to help out, try and make sure we definitely get this kill. Put down the mower on the Ranger as well to try and take him out. That really helped because he got so much damage onto him. He should die here, really, as well. Oh, no, he doesn't. Wow, he actually made a good effort to survive there. Didn't get my thunderclap down either. Do in the end, which is really, you know, the beginning of the end for this guy, surely. I mean, he's still up, doing a good job at surviving. He does go down. He's really on his own there. And I'll just drop some nades, because I did see someone pop into the node potentially as well. But then I see the Necro, so I immediately try and jump on him. He's quite low HP. Put up my second ability, which does a fair bit of damage to him there as well. Try and put some Vuln stacks on him, but I do believe I was just out of range, unfortunately. I put some damage on him. He gets knocked back. I get feared. and then I just try and put my grenade barrage on while he's still down for about half a second longer than me. I get the pull on him with magnet as well, so it's not a bad job. They actually do quite good at trying to pull down this necro. I could have avoided that if I'd just gone to the side a bit, or maybe dodged twice, but did want to keep my dodge because I know I was against the necro, and you know, conditions are a mother. Fook here. So in the end, put down the thunderclap again, which really interrupts a lot of his damage he was potentially going to be able to get off me, or on his survivability. Use my gyro to go for the down. He's still focused on me. He's got single target fear. And yeah, you know, gyro is really powerful, because if you're going against a class which has only got a single target ability, which is going to put them off from downing you, then you're going to get the kill, because there's you and gyro going for the kill. And especially if you use the gyro, normally they're still focusing on you, and they've forgotten about the gyro. In future that will change, and of course you can empower that gyro by getting the stability in the first trait line, which I talked about before as well. So at the moment, not doing too badly. Do have the thief here. I've got someone else coming into the node, which I'm very aware of, and I get the fear from the necro. Now I know that I'm going to lose this fight. I've got so many conditions on me, got nothing to really cleanse them, and I go down in the end, which, you know, was bound to happen in that situation. I should have tried to get out. No one really came over to help. He did nice knockback from him. Really, I'm still getting off some nice abilities as well while I'm in the down state, but the rev, unfortunately, in the end, I'm not able to do anything for the res of me, which is always going to be tough. He probably should have just left it, especially as there was another guy coming in, and he definitely would have got killed off there. Not sure why two guys are staying there. Oh no, you always get that when you queue solo. Who's going to cap the node? Who's going to get it? But in the end, I guess the Ranger just pick up that point, and I do go down. And never actually equalised the points as well. Got 2 cap against us. Rev's in downstate, but he gets brought back up around the map as well, over on mid. So now I'm just thinking about, we need another cap, but also just been outnumbered on the map for a bit, so I need to help here. So I try and go for the pull on the Ranger. Got that pull in the end. Thunderclapping him. Got the stun off, and got a nice combination of damage. I should have put my grenade barrage down. I'll try and close the gap, but I've got to use my second ability, fourth ability on toolkit to block a lot of that. Oh my god, I forgot the ability. The second ability on longbow, you know, the rally of arrows there as well. So I need to be very careful in terms of that. Trying to poison him, put any conditions down, but he's getting rid of those conditions quite quickly now. I do get the thunderclap down as well, just trying to mower him, but he dodges it, so that's really big for him in terms of his survivability. I'll try and get the pull as well, but he's evaded that with the retreat, of course, on his utilities, and now I get the thief on my butt as well, which means that if things are over for me and I need to get out of there. I don't use my yeah, try to get the heal here. I don't use my third tool belt skill there, which I really should have used for the super speed. I would have had more HP, and I probably would have survived that actually if I'd been able to sustain myself a little bit more, but I didn't in the end. Thief did a good job at trying to pick me up. And still, things are going a bit tough for us in this point of the game. We are down currently by 50 or so points. It's looking risky. Can we come back? We'll have to wait and see as I get back into the game. Still 1 cap, but 1 cap apiece now. The cap happens over on the waterfall. So we're doing okay. Thankfully for the team there, actually. I did because I had 2 people on me for a little bit of time. That did help. And notice I have got the gyro as well. It's really for just for, you know, trying it out and seeing if they're worth using, rather than actually, you know, the best utilities I could possibly bring. What's the point in playing we've got beta, just testing everything. I like to give feedback, and not having those on and just being OP for the whole beta would just be completely boring and, you know, not useful for beta testing. So I like to try everything I possibly can, which is why I tried like a Selly build and a Marauder build and a very tanky build as well. So getting the cap quite easily, not really contested there. Still had a good chance we could come back, but we do have a Ranger who's still downstated. Of course, get the pull on that Ranger, get a nice set of grenades on him. I'll probably put down Thunderclap here at some point. Yeah, right. No, I'll go into Marauder actually. Sorry, Rampage, get the nice kill on the Thief, and that was a really, really good going. Leave him downstated because he's still got pause. No point in me going for the stomp. Even using my gyro would be a waste of time. Thief in the end goes down. And yeah, kind of glad the rest of the team was zagged into that point, because this was probably the thing that will win the game, if anything. And we managed to get quite a few kills here, which really enabled us to snowball against the map. And get the nice pull on the Ellie, so he's not able to go to mid, but it wouldn't have mattered. We got the Guardian there anyway. But But yeah, I mean, from that moment on, from that kill and getting that cap over on that node, really changed the game. We got the decap at waterfall, and at that point in the game, when you start to lose kills and you're so close, it's a really tight game, and we did pretty well in the end to actually get that almost free cap in the end. And we kept things contested, and yeah, we did a good job. So I'm pretty happy with our overall performance in the end. I didn't do too badly myself. A couple of mistakes here and there, like I said, coming in there trying to finish off the Ranger. It's all over by this point. I mean, come up with a nice amount of damage, good updraft as well. I believe there was updraft yet. No, sorry, it was a good knockback, and yeah, fantastic. Couldn't have been an updraft because there's no Ellie. Good job. But CC was good, and yeah, I mean, pretty happy with that game. I didn't do too badly, could have done a bit better, but hey ho, congratulations team, you did a good job.
You lost the waterfall.
Don't forget to watch the Marauder part next. Hey guys again, it's Jebro, and this is a Marauder version of the Scrapper build. I've played it a bit, in variation also with the different traits I went through in the last video in Scrapper when I was going for super speed a bit more. But this is without a gyro as well. Now there is, like I said, there's a possibility of using a couple of those gyros. Elixir X is still something I find very powerful with the toss Elixir X, but I've gone into alchemy this time as well. I've gone for air sigil on the hammer there, along with rune of centaur and marauder, as I said before. I'm going alchemy explosives and scrapper. So HGH, when I'm using elixirs, I grab myself some extra might stacks. You could go with throw stimulant if you want extra fury, you don't really need it, and iron blooded. I'd still go with HGH, you know, removing conditions as well. You get the elixir S proc at 25% HP as well, which is very important because you are very bursty, so you're very susceptible to burst yourself in the marauders. So normally we go with elixir S as well. Come with toolkit as well for the extra survivability. Could be switched out for another elixir, to be honest, or something else. It's just really for the defense and the pulls and whatnot. But then standard 2 straights and explosives, these two are very powerful. If you're going to run a grenade kit, you're pretty much running grenadier. And then again, thermobaric detonation for the extra dodge on the for the extra blast finisher dodge, get some extra heals and whatnot as well as blasting your thunderclap. So, what did I go for in Scrapper? In Marauder builds, I'm sometimes going with these two traits as well, and then I'm going for adaptive armor. Adaptive armor you could go for in this. Sorry, will be going for that in this. But as you can see here, I've gone for the extra protection. I do have protection injection there as well. So it's really up to you. I mean, you can get protection before you go into a fight potentially, or while you're trying to get away if that internal cooldown is off 5 seconds. Sorry, you can still grab the heal, and that's not, obviously it's not got a cooldown because your heal is your heal, and you know that could be a thing. But you can see there regeneration, swiftness, and also protection. So that's pretty good in terms of my survivability. But what's up with this whole vulnerability stacking? Well, I'll tell you indeed what that is about. I can see expert examination here gives you 5 stacks, and it continues to stack if you stun again, of course, just by stunning. So thunderclap, of course, is your main ability for doing this. Also, we do have the fact that we cause vulnerability on explosions, so you could run even more kit to give you even more vulnerability stacking. But you know, when you got vulnerability stacking, you're running marauders, you want to be going for elixir X, of course, anyway. So then we've got that, and then we've got the increased stun anyway, so there you go, that's pretty nice. In combination with your vuln stacking, you know, you'll be able to definitely get that off if you get the stun off in the first place. And then we got the gain stacking toughness when struck and reduce incoming condition damage, which is nice reduction there. You could go for final salvo if you wanted to, or perfectly weighted, of course. If you evade, then you grab some stability, which is sometimes nice within control, but I'm feeling this in the Marauder build is quite strong at the moment. But, you know, it's really how you want to play this. I'm not telling you that this is the best build. I'm just playing around with some stuff, you know. And it's just been fun. I've enjoyed this combination just for a bit of fun, really. Sometimes switching out gyros, bulwark as well, or the blast one. But yeah, I mean, let's just have a look at how we stack this. So what normally I do is I stick thunderclap down, And if I get the stun off, normally I'll go for shock shield to grab myself an extra, so that's 15 guaranteed pretty much almost immediately. And I'll stick down my throw wrench, which already gives you vulnerability stacks, and also my grenade barrage, and you've got a nice combination there. If you can get some nice like kind of random hammer hits, then you can get some more vulnerability. Let's see how much we can stack. Just chilling wise. 5th skill, 4th skill, throw wrench, grenade barrage. He's almost dead. He is dead. There's that combination. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science, and if someone else is CCing that target up, you can put so much vulnerability on them. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be marauders to make sure this is the best it could be. You can team up with someone. You can even go into soldier's amulet, put down this vulnerability, and someone else who's really bursty can finish that person off. You can CC them to hell, and then they, you know, if you're in like a dream team death combination, I guess I'll call that combination now, which is the name I just made, then you can really be effective. This is what I think they're trying to do with Scrappy, you know. Really trying to be effective in terms of control. There's these 3 ways they're talking about: damage, control, and support, you know. And it's nice to think about even PvP builds in that way, you know. I'm really enjoying the fact that I can get so much availability from vulnerability and damage with Marauder's Amulet at the moment, and it's a lot of damage, you know. Especially when you've got the hammer there, combination of the air sigil as well, you pull off a lot of damage. It's really fun bursty build, to be fair, if you can pull it off. I've not even gone into my grenade kit, I've not used anything else, I've not even used Elixir X either. So yeah, that's the thing. It's pretty nice. Let's see. Okay, let's just build up that one. There you go. Jesus, the burst from the grenade barrage is good anyway. Obviously your target's going to be moving, you probably won't get that many vulnerability stacks up, but that's just on a golem, and it's standing there, it's not got any regen, it's not got any protection, it's not got anything like that. Reduction in damage, so obviously, you know, you can take my word for it. But I will stick some footage in during this video as well, where you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this is, I don't know why this is still there, it shouldn't be there at the moment, so let's just ignore that. Streamlight kits presently, obviously the other things are just from other people, but yeah, I mean, it's really nice. So if you can get that stun off, and this is why I think this might be quite good in combination with, say, where's it gone? Gyros grant super speed and create lightning field when destroyed. That is actually not too bad with your function gyro. So let's go over here and just see what we can get. Come on, dude, die. Oh, whoa. I'm trying not to get too high on HP here. And the mob reset, of course it did. Function gyro, there you go. It should come up with the field after he's gone down. After he's been killed, sorry. There you go, and there's the field. And I can use that to get some... I get the super speed, of course, from the field, which is pretty good. You know, I can use that to give myself some more swiftness and whatnot. But, you know, I mean, it's extra utility. Not really something I would probably use together with this build. But again, you know, in Marauders, I probably definitely use adaptive armor, because it's just so useful in terms of taking down that condition damage on yourself and whatnot as well. So what we're going to do is, you're going to just have a look. Maybe I'll pull out some highlights and you can see exactly what I'm talking about, see how well this build goes for me. Okay, so back on this Marauder build now with the Scrapper, of course, and I come in and do a ton of damage against someone who is immune to damage, which was a good job on my first entry into that. And we have got the problem that my has actually gone down there as well. I tried to put down the stealth on him, but I'm a little bit too late, unfortunately. So I go stealth rampage with Elixir X, which is great. So I was lucky that I got that. Tried to just cleave around the corpse there. Necro is very close to going down, so I stay in this rampage form at the moment because I can. I don't have my knockdown available yet. I did risk, was gritting my teeth while that happened because I could tell there's going to be a lot of damage. In the end, I did put some vulnerability down just on the warrior, just in case someone comes in for a res. I can drop some cleave down and he'll be able to, you know, I'll still have a ton of damage against him, and I do stick down my thunderclap, so thankfully that does put the thief away from thinking about going for the res in the end, is just use withdraw to break that and move away from the point there. Now the thief is wandering around. The ranger is quite low himself. We've got a couple of downstates here as well. Try and drop the stealth just to stealth down myself, but I do use Elixir S as well just in case. We don't get him down in the end, but we do just there. It wasn't thanks to me, unfortunately, but someone else able to take him out there, of course. So good job. And now that means I can push for the movement over towards the quarry. Shouldn't have put down Thunderclap there, forgot. I didn't need to because I'm not getting the swiftness, of course, unfortunately. So I forgot that because I've been playing with that so much, so I actually used the wrong ability. Get pry bar off as well, so 4k standard damage. I do get blinded there, so some of my damage gets a little bit negated, unfortunately, and now I'm in trouble. Was 1v2, now I get support coming in from someone else. We're able to get this guy down very, very quickly. Mesmer comes in on the side though, so I need to put that Thunderclap down, so just put a little bit of space between myself and them. They dodge through it, and then in the end they're okay. Do stealth myself just to be careful here. Get rid of some conditions maybe as well, because of course I have alchemical tinctures, so I'm able to take away some of those conditions by using them on myself. Now I'm using the heal because I've got Rune and Centaur, of course, and that's where I'm getting my swiftness and speed from, and it's, you know, I'm picking it up, so it's not long until I'm going to be able to use that heal again. I'm on full HP as well, so it's not a bad reason. This was a good Thunderclap right on the stairs in a horrible situation where he really screwed himself over. Put down the portal, but of course he's not going to be able to do anything about that. And I do potentially go for the down, but I'll leave my gyro in the end to take care of him. So that enables me to go for the decap here and not waste any time. But still, the gyro wasn't taking the Mesmer out there, so I'm guessing that he downed a clone or something. I'm not too sure. So I come over here towards the waterfall. We pick up the early kill there on that man, and in the end, actually able to get a ton of cleave on this warrior and really risking it, trying to go for that res. Got his injury paying up. But now it's gone. He'll be dead in very, very shortly. He's really outnumbered now. And as soon as we start to get a couple of kills, we start to not snowball, but get a considerable amount of damage. Just letting my gyro do the downing there. Stealthed him just for fun, really, more than anything. But that was bad because, you know, it took longer to get the point. I didn't need to do it. I just did it because I thought it was fun. Literally, that was the reason. So sometimes, I can't believe I'm coughing. Sometimes I do that, just stuff for fun. It probably just makes me bad. And there I actually literally, I mean, I was thinking, someone might be coming back, but then, you know, other than the mistake that maybe I just forgot to pick up my turret, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to blast it, but, you know. Hey-ho, a couple of mistakes here and there, it's just the way it goes. Get some nice vulnerability stacks on him there, gets about 10 or so, even more increased by a couple of passive hits. Trying to use the third ability, but for some reason I just go all over the place, so the tracking on that is a bit off. Try and just get some extra damage down on this Mesmer, but my mate's gone down here as well, so trying to put some cleave down around myself and the mower to get that guy, to get him out of the form as well. And then I get Elixir X proc onto Tornado. Unfortunately, that's not massive, but Marauder's Tornado still does a lot of damage, as you can see. And yeah, we win that fight over on the midpoint again, as you can tell. I'm not sure if I used my gyro there, actually. Yes, I did, because I've not got it up. So yeah, you can see the extra vulnerability stacks as well. So if I don't get the full stack of vulnerability, he's got 7 there. Not sure how many I get in the end, but we managed to finish him up. Nice combination with the Necro there, to be honest. It's a bit painful, and we are able to finish him off and grab the cap. We're starting to snowball the map a little bit into our favour now, so it's going pretty well. He knows that he's not really got a chance in hell of getting anywhere else with that. So got the Mesmer in the background, in the distance there, so just trying to move forward to body block some of his damage and give him a bit of healing as well. So it's good, really good to try and think of your teammates. I know if you're solo queue, sometimes it's not as easy to do that because you're really thinking about yourself. But I would advise you to try and blast heals, try and blast water fields if people are in trouble, try and give some people some support as if you're playing in a team of people that you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a team game. And that's how you're going to win it. So, try and get the pull there on the Mesmer. He's got dodges. And no, he's used 2 by now. He does have his portal, of course, gets him mobilised, but no, he's moving back to where he just put it down. Unfortunately, you know, it's the only thing he could do there because he got really pinned down. I'm just trying to cleave up. Again, Thunderclap is standard almost for me, putting that on the corpse if I feel like everyone's going to try and stealth in. Get the Necro here as well. Tons of damage comes out from that second ability of the hammer in combination with the #1 skill as well. We get the warrior down, so doing some nice damage as well. And I've got the air sigil on my hammer, and it really feels like it gives it so much more damage and like punch. It's just really, really nice. I've got energy, of course, as well, to give me extra dodge when I need it. Still got the swiftness coming out from the hero and the rest of the team, but I'm sensing that we got respawns, you know. So I'm just gonna have a look over towards this part of the map. I don't think we are going to see many people come out. Even thinking about possibly going for a Lord Rush here because we're hitting 350. But yeah, I think I'll give up on this in the end because it's like, yeah, it's going to take a while for the gate. I can't really be asked. And I'll just go back towards mid. So a little bit of a waste of time there as well, to be honest. But maybe I just... Oh, see, that's right. I see my buddy over here just trying to go for it as well. And there is someone behind the gate, of course, the Necro. We got the free cap. Everything is looking pretty good for us at the moment. And yeah, some nice damage coming off of that. Try and get some vulnerability stacks. 15 stacks of vulnerability there successfully in the end. But now I'm 1v2. And my buddy's gone. He's kind of in the distance. He's over there, the thief, just running back over. Did pop down my mole, which really helps me out there. And also my stealth. I didn't think they were going to follow me through because I was going to try and go for a boss kill solo. We actually see that he's gone for Lich Form there. No idea. I should have cancel casted that. Pull there. I did try to get the stun down on the guy coming through the gate there as well, but I know the Lich Form might be able to do quite a lot of damage, so I'm going to pop all of my defensive utilities like Elixir S and stuff, because I've got nothing to line of sight really apart from around the corner. So I pop Gear Shield, dodge back through so it's unexpected, then try and cripple them as well. I'm really in trouble here. Get the Elixir S proc on the alchemy line for 25% HP. I'm screwed as anything here. I've got a healing, but I've got the thief behind me who's trying to do some damage. We've left the node open, and in the end I just get a little bit lost on the rock apparently. Put down my thunderclap as well, get survived, but because I'm trying to survive, those guys are so focused on me that they actually just get killed because there's, you know, a couple of guys on them by that time. So thankfully I was doing well enough to survive that they could actually get that damage off. Get nice engage upon me there as well. Need to be very careful as he is doing a ton of damage to me. Go back into Elixir S proc as well. Luckily the thief comes up to help me out, and these guys helped me out on this occasion and really helped us to win the game in terms of getting the kills. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about in terms of helping your buddies in PvP. So thank you again for watching this video. Just 2 builds with a little bit of commentary on my own gameplay there. But yeah, it was pretty good time in the end for the scrapper. I don't have much more footage, but I'll do a longer video about my impressions. But otherwise, thanks for watching and take it easy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and Twitter @JebDan. See you soon.